I think the conference has been a revelation, a process of revelation.
So we're about halfway through the conference, and I feel like it's like writing on speed. I've learned so much. I mean, I graduated journalism, and you just don't get this in a four-year degree.
The conference has been beyond anything that I imagined it would be.
Participants will come in the first day sometimes having no idea what they want to say. They were just called to be here and having no idea what they want to write or what their story is going to be about. And within a day and a half, they have sorted all that out and they've pitched to a managing editor who's requested their manuscript submission. That just doesn't happen. It's not magic. It looks like magic, and it's not.
We talk about day one.
Yeah.
Trying to remember back.
Gosh, yeah. You mean yesterday?
I know, right?
Well, one thing that I would say is somewhat unique for this conference compared to some of the other ones is it started out with helping everyone get a place that they realized they could speak freely about their concerns, rather than cutting right straight to the issues of polishing writing and things like that.
Is the pitch good enough? Is the beginning catching enough? Am I engaging people? And I think it's a worry a lot of writers go through because we're told over and over again, it's so important, it's so important, it's so important, and I think we get really self-conscious about it. At least I do.
So, day one you come in and everybody's kind of nervous and we're kind of going around and introducing ourselves and Angie had us describe the moment when we first knew that we weren't a writer. And everybody kind of just looked at her going, what? And then we all remember those moments where, holy crap, even everybody who's been writing their entire lives remembers that moment where you knew that that wasn't your calling in life.
There's no such thing as writer's block. We have the experience of ourselves as failures or not measuring up, and we take care of that on day one.
Writing especially puts you in a vulnerable space because it's your soul out on the page. And any kind of criticism or critique is viewed negatively. And one of the first things that she has us do is take critique out of the vocabulary.
Angie operates with such a high level of integrity and flow and connection to not just the seen but the unseen aspects of the writing process that it absolutely empowers anybody that's in her presence to just be part of that.
She just has an energy and a power and an ability to take people to a higher level.
I love Angie's energy, and she's just, the word's been said so many times, but it bears repeating, empowering. She's just so empowering and helps you believe in yourself, and I think so many writers were our worst critics, and she helps you get past those barriers and believe in yourself and write, and just write, which is what we're meant to do.
Day two is particularly rich. We bring in a panel of New York Times bestselling authors, managing and senior editors from publishing companies, and top industry professionals and the best writing coaches in the country.
The panel was worth every penny. They're just people who are, I don't know, they just, I am speechless. And the opportunity to get to interact with them afterwards on a one-to-one basis, and they're instantly friends. You're instantly their friends.
So what did you think of the panel? How was that experience?
I really liked the panel. I thought everyone who's up there had something meaningful to say. I very much appreciated that.
Yeah, they did a great job. They did. Very informative and very inspiring.
And a lot of different levels of expertise. To have an editor there and to have writers there, just a lot of different perspectives.
We also had several guest speakers come in. We had the panel of authors, man, Dave Farland, what a surprise! I didn't know much about him, but to hear his bio and everything that he's made, several people into multimillionaire storytellers, and he was here.
I'm a successful best-selling author. I've signed with 4 top-shelf agencies. I've signed with an agency every time I've pitched my work. I've spent years training and developing TV show hosts, authors, other professionals in various industries in being successful.
I feel like I had an okay pitch that I turned into a great pitch that went really well with the managing editor.
So I guess coming to this, I had no idea. I knew I wanted to write, but I had no direction. I knew what I wanted to write, but scattered in a million pieces. How do you gather that up? And just in a day and a half, you've prepared me to write a pitch. The panel, I feel like, helped me to gather pieces and now start forming a plan. I feel very confident in that. And I just gave my pitch to a publisher, and she wants my manuscript.
We can all hear a bad story, but or something that's not written quite right, but she can hear it, and she can say what's missing is, and put that in there. And then these, the people in the conference will come back the next day and they'll read what they rewrote, and it's amazing to see the transformation. And it's just over one day of coaching, and the 3-day conference just transforms anybody who's here.
The design of the conference is to support writers of every genre and at every stage of manuscript completion, whether it's just an idea that you have or you've got a complete MS ready to pitch.
That's something I really liked. It didn't matter which level you were at, because everyone's on a different plane, and I feel like even though I think I know writing pretty well, I still picked up a lot. Yeah, it was great.
It's not our first conference.
No, it's not.
So we have some basis of comparison.
Yeah, it helped transform the beginning of my book, and the pitch that I've been trying to perfect for 2 years, I feel like I finally did. And yeah, so it's been an amazing experience in just a day and a half.
So I love it. You're awesome. Your food is amazing. I want the recipes. And I feel like I've received so much in these last 3 days than I've done in years. So I recommend it to anyone.
And we should not forget the food.
And the food. Yes.
So that was offered in a coming into a person's home and being treated as a member of the family is very different than some of the bigger conferences that I've gone to.
And being shoveled from one room to another room. Yeah, this is kind of a nice, relaxing way to do it. Way we go, Angie.
I came in with not even an idea, but knowing that that's something that I wanted to do was write a book. And now I've got the idea, I've got the pitch, and we're ready to roll.
What I love most is when I have somebody in the conference who thinks they can't write or isn't sure whether or not they can write. And by the end, what they've produced is just masterful and brilliant. And I got to participate in that.
I don't know. I just felt like a spirit here. And Angie is amazing. I can't believe that she does this. I don't know. She's just amazing. I'm glad I met you randomly on Facebook.